Any questions for Anna? Yes, ma'am.
How old was Fritz when you married him?
Roughly about 10 years older than I was.
And
So-
did he have children too?
No, he did not. He was a confirmed bachelor.
Oh, wow.
So I changed his wily ways. Yes, ma'am.
How old were you when you came from Norway?
I was 10 on the boat. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am?
Probably the same one.
Same question? Okay. Questions for Anna? Yes, sir.
Where in Norway did you come from?
That is not in the records. I don't know. I don't know. All I remember as Anna is the fjords, so it somewhere where there was fjords and stuff like that. I really don't know. I would imagine we would have sailed out of a larger port like Oslo. Yes, ma'am.
When did Fritz die?
He died after I did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did
You were
die after.
80 when you died.
Yes, I was 80 when I died, so I think he died just a couple of years later.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Did you sell ice cream for the 40 years that he took care of you?
We sure did, but we also ate a lot of it too. Other questions for Anna? No?
Do you have
Yes.
any relatives still living out there?
Yes, there's a lot of Harrises, a lot of Biermans in the valley and in Reno and Carson City. Yes, ma'am. Any questions for Debbie Lynn? Yes, ma'am.
What piqued your, whoop,
Drop my everything. I'm losing everything here. Excuse me. Thank you. Honey. Go ahead.
what piqued your interest in portraying Anna Harris?
Well, I can do that in one fell swoop. She's sitting here in the audience today. Arlene LaFerry. Arlene, I don't know why I'm getting feedback, but I am. Arlene and I discussed, I was looking for somebody to portray in Chautauqua. And Arlene and I wanted to become a merchant type person, but I wanted to be like a traveling merchant. You remember this? I said, with a little wagon or something, a gypsy, I don't care. But she says, well, how about playing a merchant's wife? So she told me about Anna, and I did some research, and I spent 2 days in the archives of the Douglas County Museum, pawing through the records of the family. They had all of their records out, and they were doing work on that family lineage and history when I happened to show up. And I actually got to touch the document of the sole proprietorship that was granted to Anna. Anna has her own special place in the women's section of that museum. She has a portrait that's about the size of that wall. And you can tell it's her because of her pearl earrings. Other questions for me?
Well, I do have,
Yes, Doc.
you look absolutely beautiful, I'll say that. And secondly, your dialogue during the whole Chautauqua was very good. It was phenomenal. And that added so much flavor to what,
Thank you.
to the character, and I appreciate that.
I've been studying her for 4 years now, and as something that happens to a lot of us that get involved in this kind of performing, is we want anything and everything that we can grab about this person, something to add more depth to the character. She is buried in Lone Mountain Cemetery in Carson City, not too far from where I live. So I spend at least 5 or 6 days a year out talking to Anna and asking her for her blessing that I portray her in an honest and forthright way. So, yes, sir.
What was your Norwegian surname?
I am Anna Margaret Olsen Norgard, Norgaard, Olsen, Olsen.
Right,
Are you Norwegian?
Swedish.
Okay, close enough. Close enough for the girls I go out with, right? Yes, ma'am.
Is the dress designed or modeled or copied from something that she wore?
No, it's from the period she would have been in the height of her mercantile, in the 1880s, 1890s, and early 1900s. So I kind of represented the whole time frame in a simple modified bustle dress. Because some of the bustles went way out to here in the back, it looked like you could carry a picnic lunch on your butt end. So I modified this one to fit her. But yes, pretty much so, but not something I've seen her in, no. The picture I've seen her in is she's much older, she's after the turn of the century, and she's in a more, like maybe 1910 clothing. Any other questions for Debbie Lynn? You've been a wonderful, oh, go ahead.
Is she the only character that you portrayed as a
No,
child?
ma'am, she's not. I portray another woman called Alice Walker Hayes. Alice Walker Hayes was the first woman in California, documented in California, to become a superintendent of schools. She was in the Eastern Sierra School District, which begins down by Topaz Lake, south of here, and went all the way to Benton, California. She traveled there by mule in the winter, surrey and horse in the summer, and she visited every one of her schools multiple times a year to make sure that her students and her teachers were getting the administration help that they needed. I also portray a lady of a little bit lesser means and a lot less dressing. She's a character in work right now that I will hopefully be portraying soon in Bodie, during Bodie days. And then I also portray, I was telling someone that I also portray a 1849 Sour Jack gold panner. I'm an old prospector. When I come out, you don't even know it's me. Other questions? These are great questions, by the way.
Thank you very much.
I'm not done.
Good.
Hold your thoughts. I want to take a minute and thank a couple special people here that have helped me so much with this. First of all, of course, Arlene, for all of her research. This woman, if you haven't had, yes. Please. If you haven't had the pleasure of having Arlene look something up for you, you tell her one thing and you get a book. It's awesome. It's awesome. And this woman is the queen of sticky notes. I know this. Two other people that have made this possible and have helped me along the way are my camera lady, Sandy Lene, and Doc Durden, my camera man.
Thank you.
I don't usually go with an entourage, but this is awesome. And then two very special people that have invited me here, that met me and took a gamble on me, Kitty and Russell. And then my favorite person in the whole world who came to hold my hand and help me finalize my dressing, my good friend Marty, who's in the audience. Yes. She's been with me for a lot of different things to hold my hand. Any other last minute questions? Russell, you're on.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.